It's Cougar Sports Saturday.
That's caught! Touchdown! Stayed inside the boundary and gets in for 6.
Cougar Sports Saturday, a presentation of KSL Sports.
Richie right to the rim, driving score! He would not be denied!
BYU Sports Talk by Cougar fans for Cougar fans. Sponsored by Any Hour Services, electrical, plumbing, heating, and air. Your hosts are Mitch Harper and Kyle Ireland. On Utah's legacy home of the Cougars, KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome back into Cougar Sports Saturday. Mitch Harper and Kyle Ireland with you on this Saturday, February 7th. Earlier this week, I had the chance to catch up and check in on some BYU basketball signees. Timpeview High product. Didn't realize, well, I knew, but Timpeview High is one of the best high school basketball teams in the country. Top 20 team in some national rankings. Had the chance to catch up with Dean Rueckert, star player who has made a massive climb in recent recruiting rankings. With Rivals.com, he jumped 100 spots in their rankings. He's a top 50 recruit nationally in the class of 2026. I caught up with Rueckert and checked in on him and discussed his high school season and his expectations joining the BYU program next season.
Is it kind of surreal? Think that you're kind of heading down to the final stretch of games here in your high school career?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gone by so fast. Everyone always says it's going to go by fast, but you don't believe it until it happens. So it's crazy to be here.
What's been the most rewarding part so far in this senior season? I'm sure there's some high aspirations to finish the job and goals and trophies and titles that you guys want to claim, but so far, what's been maybe the most rewarding aspect of this senior year?
I think the most rewarding asset is just being here with my team, and I'm glad I didn't transfer anywhere else and go anywhere else in the state, because I'm glad I'm here with my guys, and that's really the most important thing to me, is that I'm here with my guys and we're going to go make a run at state and win a championship.
And that was, that's a good point, because some guys would go to a lot of senior year, maybe prep school, whatever it may be. Why was that a point of emphasis for you to do it, hometown, be here at the home school?
It was just important to me to finish it out with my best friends on my team, and really, because we didn't win state my first 3 years, we have to get it done this last year, and that's just really important to me, just being connected with my friends, because these are memories and things that I'll remember the rest of my life.
What have been areas on the court in your senior year that you've really tried to elevate your game as you get ready for college basketball around the corner? It'll be sooner rather than later that comes up. You probably want to be grounded in the moment right now, but what have been areas that you wanted to improve in this senior season in high school? Some
of the biggest things are just defense and rebounding. Going into games, just kind of focusing on defense and rebounding, everything else will come along with it. And I think I've improved on both those parts of my game, and so it's been fun to just focus on that.
Do you kind of pick things from watching BYU at all and think, or get pointers? I don't even know if you can talk to the coaches or not, but just things to kind of almost get you as ready as possible for when college basketball and you enroll, to be as ready as you can to kind of hit the ground running at BYU.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'll take some stuff from BYU, just watching them and kind of watching where I'll fit next year, and just working on that kind of stuff. And it's a little different just with the offense here in BYU,
sure.
but for sure I'll look at Richie Saunders and just kind of work on some of the same stuff that he's really good at. So that's kind of my mindset looking at that.
How fun has it been to watch this BYU team? Every year in college basketball will be different, and there'll be different guys next year, but just each year, last season with Yegor, this year with AJ and Richie, just your thoughts on the way this coaching staff can really develop personnel and the style of play that they put out on the floor.
It's really impressive. It's been so fun to watch this year, because obviously they have a great team, but or great players on their team, but they're figuring out how to play together good, and just kind of watching Kevin Young kind of put together the offense, put together the defense, kind of put all those great players into their roles. It's cool to see that. It's cool to see that, because we haven't had that at BYU in a long time.
How involved, and I bring this up with you brought up Richie Saunders. Do you kind of reach out to him at all for any pointers, because he's in his final season? pick his brain at all, or anyone in this current program at BYU to kind of pick their brain and learn things?
I haven't, but I should. Like I've reached out to like some of the coaches at BYU. I haven't talked to Richie at all since the season started or anything, but I should. That's a good idea.
I'm curious, Dean, how rewarding is it to you to start to get more, I think, national recognition? Yesterday, Rivals, you're one of the biggest risers, up 100 spots. I don't know if that's something that you're chasing, but to actually get more national respect for what you've been putting out on the court, how rewarding is that? And just maybe motivation does it serve for you to keep getting better?
I mean, yeah, it's nice. I always try to look at it like rankings don't really matter because all the rankings are bogus. But like it's nice to get like some kind of recognition and it's like they're seeing like improvements of my game. But that's cool to see.
How talking with Coach Kitchen about you and Will. What would you say about Will, where he's improved in his game? Because it seems like just watching from afar, he's evolved a lot. He had that great dunk against Layton Christian Academy. Where's some of the areas do you think Will's improved in his game?
Will's improved like every part of his game. I feel like he's gotten so much better, and that's just like a testament to like him working and really like wanting to get better at a lot of aspects of his game. And I think a big one is shooting. He's been able to shoot the ball really well this year. And that's been like a huge jump for him.
And the last thing for you, Dean, again, appreciate this time to check in. Just how excited are you to be at BYU and just the goals and aspirations you have when you join the program in April, correct? Mm-hmm. Just goals that you have when you arrive at campus and be at BYU.
I think I'm really excited. Like, first of all, I'm really excited. It's going to be super hard, but my goal is just to work as hard as I can and kind of like put my head down in the work. Like, obviously still have fun, have fun doing it, but it's going to be hard. So I'm going to put my head down and work as hard as I ever have and just kind of, work my way up and come in as a freshman, but don't act like a freshman, And
that's Dean Rueckert, Timpeview High star, BYU basketball signee. I also caught up with his high school teammate Will Openshaw, who also, like Dean, a BYU basketball signee. Here's my conversation with Will Openshaw.
Since you signed and committed to BYU, where do you feel like you've grown the most as a basketball player during the senior year at Timpeview?
I think lots of things have gotten better. I think learning how to be a leader better. I'm not perfect or great at it, and I'm still working really hard. But I think I've come a long way from where I was. Like I said, I'm not the best yet. I have a long way to go for sure. But I think just finding ways to push myself in practice and to be an example, good example on and off the court. I'm not always perfect, but I try my best. So.
How rewarding is the feeling when you have like a highlight dunk like you did against Layton Christian last month? Just big plays like that. How fulfilling and rewarding are those moments to almost highlight the growth that you are making each and every day?
Yeah, it's rewarding for sure. To see your progress and everything that you worked for really just pay off it's rewarding, just like anything else, like lifting weights and seeing muscles. Obviously, I don't have a ton of those yet, but it's nice to see it for sure. Yeah.
I'm curious, Will, looking at I think you were at the BYU Utah game, I believe, or a couple weeks ago at the Marriott Center. Been at some BYU games. Your thoughts on just what what goes to your mind when you watch BYU basketball and when you think, man, I'm going to be part of that, when the time comes. Just your thoughts when you watch Kevin Young's program operate in games this year.
It's exciting. It's super exciting. I think the community here especially, they love their basketball. They love BYU, and to be a part of that and someone that they're supporting and stuff, it makes me want to put on, especially it's my hometown. So it really is that driving, another driving factor to work hard and be successful. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity that I have because I know I'm extremely blessed. So,
has being a BYU signee been maybe almost like a bullseye for you in games? I mean, your team already, Timpeview, you guys are nationally ranked, one of the top teams in the country, so that naturally is going to bring a lot of attention and teams wanting to play their best. But for when players go one-on-one or with you with matchups, they're trying to bring their best going up against the BYU guys. That tried to level you up in games, knowing that you got to bring it every single night, knowing that you're a BYU signee and what that comes with.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of maybe edge to the other side from having that label or that name or whatever, and it's fun, it's cool. I wouldn't want it any other way. It's definitely exciting for a game to know, okay, this dude's probably they're probably coming after me. I've seen it a couple times for sure. But I mean, we have a lot of threats on the team. I want to give a shout out to my guy Lincoln Holcomb and Jackson Palmer. They're both great. I think they're a little overlooked. They hustle, they do the dirty work, and without my teammates, I wouldn't be half the player I am. So.
And as this season progresses and your basketball career continues to progress, what are areas you want to continue to improve each and every day?
I think on the court, I've really gotten better at. I haven't shown it a ton, but my mid-range shooting, compared to especially a couple years ago, I think I've grown it a lot. I'm not perfect by any means, but I think that's something I've really developed, and it helps open other things up like the three or even stuff closer to the basket. It just gives me more things to go to, moves to go to, and more opportunities to score.
And what again is your timeline for when you plan to enroll at BYU? Because I believe you're planning on serving a mission. Is that correct first?
Yeah, so I plan on serving a mission for my church, and I'll leave either when school gets out or more towards the summer. But I plan on I think it's 2028, I believe. I'll come back for spring. I'll do that summer training with them and get ready to go for Cougs. Any
hopes of a spot you'd want to serve a mission in, country or anywhere in the States?
That's a good question. I think there would be lots of cool places. I don't know. I'm not the best language learner. I've tried a couple. I think I could do it for sure, but it'd definitely take a lot of practice. I don't know. I think stateside would be cool, somewhere in like the South. I've been there a couple times. I think it's super cool out there. Stateside would be cool, but really just anywhere to go meet new people and stuff would be fun.
No question. And I'm curious, going back to the core last few moments here, I want to get your thoughts on, from your perspective, where has Dean improved the most in his game this year, you think, from his teammate?
That's a good question. He's always been a really good shooter, but he's been phenomenal, and he's like, I mean, you guys have seen it, like that he's deadly. I think he's really good. He's a really good teammate, and I think that because, like you said about that target on your back or whatever, I think he even more so has one, and I think the way he handles it is really special, and it's a good example for me. I haven't always been super. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm super good, but I haven't always been the guy that people look at a ton. So, like earning that spotlight and coming into it, I think he's been a good example of how to deal with it, and that's what I mean. I really appreciate him, even just as a friend. I mean, hang out. We practice and stuff on the basketball court, but we're hanging out all the time off the court, and so I think he's a really good person. I look up to him in that way, but yeah, I think he's gotten really good at honestly everything, defense, shooting, like you name it. I think he's improved. He's always in the gym working, so props to him.
That's Timpeview star Will Openshaw, BYU basketball signee. We'll see him in a couple years after he serves his mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Then he'll enroll at BYU. Kind enough to catch up with me, and appreciate Timpeview High head coach Brad Kitchen for setting up those chats for me and getting the chance to check in on those local standouts who are going to be future BYU basketball players. Taking a break, we'll get to Super Bowl thoughts. Super Bowl 60 as a former Coug is gearing up for the big game, and a whole lot more here on Cougar Sports Saturday. It's powered by KSL Sports.